And we are back from our hike. Today we are going to draw this iguana that we shot, so let's get into it. I'm going to start with a triangle, and that's going to give me more or less where we're going to be drawing our buddy here. So let's see, the head is a little more. Let's see, I'm going to add another triangle here. That's going to give us the part of the head. Let's see, I want to draw, I'm going to put a line kind of going this way. That's going to guide me to show kind of the halfway point. So his body's a little bit bigger on this side of that halfway point. Let's see, I'm gonna throw a circle here for the eye so I know where that's gonna be. That's a little marker for where the mouth is gonna be. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in like an oval here, and that's that. I'll do another one on this side, and that's gonna be those weird looking patches. Let's see here. I'm gonna throw in, put an oval for now for the shoulder, where that muscle is gonna be. And let's see here. Just kind of trying to get a feel for this. Okay. Let's throw. I'm gonna do like an S for now. And let's draw like a backwards S, and this is gonna kind of show us where this I don't know what we should call this thing, but this little skin hanging down. All right, and then that actually goes like that. Let's see here. So I'm gonna draw from about a little under the mouth. I'm gonna draw a little. Let's do a little triangle there, and that's gonna be my show me where these little spiky things are. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a few of those right now. Okay. Let me think. Where do I want to go next? Alright. Let's flesh out the face a little bit. Okay. So I'm making the mouth a little higher than my mark was. And then from here, it's gonna angle back pretty much to this point here. And so let's just put a line in there, but we're gonna curve it slightly, and then it's gonna angle back. So we want something like that. Okay. And then the mouth is kind of open there, and I'm gonna fill that in with black. Okay. Let's see here. All right, and then there's actually a little spiky thing here, so let's put a little triangle there. Let's see. Let's see how the head kind of, after this point here, then it kind of comes back out again. So it goes around this little oval that we've got here, and then it's gonna shoot back in. And so let's just kind of get that in there. And then there's some folded over skin kind of right there and there. And then this little guy, our circle is actually kind of split in half. So let's kind of make two little half circles out of that. And this kind of does a weird shape. It's not exactly an oval. So let's just kind of try and match that as best as we can. And let's see here. Once that kind of cuts back again this way. Okay, so it's kind of going, this skin is kind of folding over the muscle shoulder. So now let's get into the shoulder here. And it kind of cuts this way. All right, and then we've got the arm, almost like the tricep, coming out of the shoulder here. So let's just do that for now. So this muscle, it's still following this oval that we put in. Let's kind of see how the skin here is kind of folding on the armpit. So let's do that, and then let's put a little line there for the musculature. And so you can see kind of where the bicep meets the tricep. We get this little triangle in here, and it's really just kind of shaded, so I'm just going to throw a little cross hatching in there for now. All right. Okay. So let's do a little shadow in there, another fold in the skin there. Okay, and then there's almost like a concave here in the chest area, so just kind of throw something in there. And let's see, let's get this other arm. Seems to be going like this, up underneath this. So let's see, and then okay, and then the arm is going to shoot into right about here on our little S curve here. So let's just connect that to that, something like that. All right, so now we've got, from here, we don't really see anything until we get about here, and then we've got this little, I don't know what we call that, but so I kind of put this in the wrong area, so let's move that kind of like this over here. And again, I don't need to use an eraser. These little lines here will just kind of fade out when we thicken things up. I don't recommend using an eraser because you'll spend as much time erasing stuff as you will actually drawing stuff. So if you can kind of use your creativity and make what you would consider a mistake and make it work for you, or just try and hide it somehow, I think you'll spend more time actually drawing than you will erasing, and you get more work done that way. Okay, so let's do something like that. All right. It's starting to get there. All right. So in here, there's a lot of shadow. So let's just kind of throw some of that in there. Come up here. Okay, let's get into, let me go back to the eye. I want to make sure I get this eye right. So let's take our oval and now let's kind of make it into an almond shape. Okay, and then if you notice, you don't want to put the circle right in the center. If you look at the photo, the pupil is more towards the right point of the almond shape. All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and give it a little depth here, and then another little circle line there for the the eyeball, and let's throw in some eyelids here. And it's kind of funny how a lot of animals' features look human. So it's like I never really practiced animals or lizards or anything. I just practiced drawing humans, and it's kind of funny when you start to draw animals, you see how many similarities we actually have with them. As far as, shoulder, muscle, kind of tricep, bicep. It's funny how you see a lot of repetition in nature. Okay. And let's give this a little. I'm gonna look kind of mean now. All right. Let's get into here to these little spiky things. And I'm not gonna do this perfect. I'm just noticing that they're kind of going almost like shark teeth. There's these little triangles, really curved triangles that kind of shoot out at us this way, and so we get some of these going. And I'm just basically doing V's, not even doing a full triangle. Alright. And my little shadow here is kind of made so we can't see these, but that's alright. I can go in with my bigger pen and see if I can't make that work a little better. Alright, now from the end of this, there's actually goes into this S that we had done before. So let's, instead of this line, now it's going to be this one. So let's just see if we can't do this. And then there's actually a little cut here. Maybe the guy got in a fight or something, and then it's going to do what we did earlier. So let's just trace this back. And then it cuts back there. So this area here, this little loop, is going to be shaded in. So let's do that. Give that some shade there. This is going to be like that. This one, we're going to do something like that. And another one that kind of comes out here like that. And then from here we've got this little, so it's all kind of connected in this area, and there's a lot of overlapping skin, and then you can see these things all kind of converge towards the jaw, these lines here. So you've got that one, you've got this one, they all kind of converge in this area, this point here. Let's see here, a little depth to that point, and let's do a little shade and shadow in here, up there, and here, something like that. Shade in here, shade underneath this guy. So let's just do something like that, maybe go the other way. Alright, and then you can kind of see a lot of this chest area here is in shadow, so let's just do some of that over here maybe. And I don't want to focus too much on the shadow. We're just going to do enough here to give our buddy some depth. And the other thing I'm not really going to do is I'm not going to focus on the scales. If you want to noodle in here and just these scales look like little diamonds that kind of go this way. And then they'll go that way. So if you want to get in there and do them, you can. What I like to do is just do a couple, like what I'm doing here. here, there, and a couple here. Something like that. Kind of gives you the idea of scales. Let's see here. This is a little more rounded than what I've done, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, let's see. Trying to think what else I can do. Just a little detail work under here. Throw some shadow in here. And let's. Okay. So let's do a little more shadow in here. Okay. And then I might want to do, I'm going to do a couple of scales in here because they are kind of big. So let's just do something like that. And then they get smaller. So let's just do a little bit. Nothing major. I just want to do some of these bigger ones here. And then they kind of get smaller pretty quickly. So that's probably all I'm going to do. Something like that. Again, we're just giving the idea that this guy's got scales. We're not gonna go crazy. Okay, and that's probably about what I would do with this. I didn't even use my thicker pen, so let's do that real quick. Just get my bigger pen and see if we can't darken a few things up here. Okay. Just kind of thickening up the outline of him. There's actually a couple of spikes back here, so let's just do those. Okay. And I think it's looking all right, so that's probably about all I'm gonna do. Again, if you want to see some more of my work, I just finished up a graphic novel with a superhero called Trip. You can find out more about that over at tripcomic.com, and I will see you guys next time here on Hike, Find, Draw.